really trying to get them bucks. Go getters over here, bitch, you looking stuck. Ayy, I came from nothing to something. I'm really finna fuck it up.
Alright, everybody, we are going hiking today out here at the Red Rock Canyon. I think that's the name. So yeah, stay tuned for some more footage.
The hardest part is just coming back up. Thanks for that. You're welcome. We'll have to wander together for 48. Oh gosh. What?
Guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
You got the music. No, the girl.
Oh, shoot. Never mind.
So I want.
Why we was doing this, why we was going. They didn't pick up a Bible and read it to us and explain to us what was going on and why we should be interested in this and who God was at that particular time in our lives. And that's what I feel.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Deuteronomy 6:6-9 talks about parents to train up their child in the way they should go. So when they get old, they will not depart. And training is necessary. You can't. Same thing when you're disciplining your child. It's not enough to say, you need to do this because I said so, or because that's just what we do. That you need to make it personal for that child. You need to make sure that you're having these conversations where you are training them, explaining who God is to them, and then walk them through everything that's going on in the ceremony. Have a conversation when you get back home. It's a learning opportunity.
And I think it's just like, for me, when I look at like my journey through faith, it's like my parents aren't very active in the church, but I also had very active grandmothers, who are very active. And I think for me, it was that moment of, I didn't have like, my grandmothers didn't just sit me down and say, shh, be quiet. No, it was like, they took me through everything. Like my grandmother was a Sunday school teacher. We used to sit down and I would go through her lesson plan with her and talk it out and why this was and all that kind of stuff. So I learned all of that. And I think for me, it's like, I think I kind of drew away a little bit, like when I was in middle school. But then, do you know who it was? It was my grandmother who brought me back to church. And then from there, it was just like that kind of cycle of like, wow, I actually like doing this. I actually understand it. So I think it's all about how they train you and not just the, sit down, be quiet and learn. You actually have to teach your children.
Yeah.
And I also think that like parents or whoever it is that's training up that child has to model it too.
Mm-hmm.
So like whenever they're at home, if they're not praying out loud or if they're not reading their Bible at home or whatever, then church just looks like something we do on Sunday. And not necessarily, like they don't understand, what does this have to do with me in my regular everyday life, you know?
I would also say too, like young adults not going to church too, is probably also like a young age they were not introduced to the Lord, and maybe not brought up in the family that actually really religiously went to church. So as they grow older and get into like their adult age, they're not familiarized with Jesus or with the Lord.
Right.
All right, we are back to walking. We just had like an hour-long discussion about different ministries you can join at church and just how to become more involved, just shooting out different ideas, and it was a great discussion. Y'all, these rocks is vicious. And you got to be careful or you will slip and fall.
But there you are.
And we actually got water. We got running water in Las Vegas other than in home.
All right, who's going to be bold enough to drink that good water?
No, thank you.
Don't need not working.
It's cold.
Is it cold?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's cold. It's not that cold. It's supposed to be.
You gotta drink it from the middle.
Yeah, from the for sure.
Yeah, I thought about it.
As long as you don't get pricked, there's people upstream from these.
You can go this way. Some people came this way. I want a picture.
So we stopped at the water. We were gonna go to the loop, but it's looking a little sketchy. We do have some elderly people with us, so we were not going to take that risk. So we're keeping it safe, and I guess we're gonna start walking back.
Wait, so y'all wedded?
We did.
Are you still doing? Okay, you still okay.
Come on down.
Go ahead, there.
Feel it in my Lord.
He said, "Go ahead, there." That's what he said. I ain't say it. What is that? Oh yeah, that's
Oh, it's people up there.
yeah.
No, there's two sets of them.
What reminds me of Zion, there's 3 sets.
Yo, that's so
Oh,
like
it's
what
people.
if one
There-
falls?
I see the equipment right there. I see the red line.
Oh, it's people.
And then there's people down there, people in the
Wow.
middle, then people higher.
Oh yeah, I see him. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Of course.
People can do it too. It's just people. It's just
Sure, look a lot closer. Say not close enough.
We are finally done. That wasn't too bad, right?
No, I feel great. Yeah.
What, you tired?
Yes, ma'am. Least tired person